What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Living Freed channel. My name is Tyler Freed, and in this video I'm going to be explaining what I mean by financial freedom. On my YouTube channel, I make a lot of videos talking about how my goal is by age 35 to reach financial independence or financial freedom or early retirement, however you want to say it. To me, it's financial freedom. It's financial independence. It's not necessarily retire early and quit working the rest of my life. That is not my goal. My goal is to reach financial independence to where I'm not in need of a job to pay my bills, to fund my lifestyle. I can quit working if I want to. I can start a business I want to start. I can pretty much do whatever it is I want to do because I have financial freedom. If I lose my job, I can cover all my bills really for the rest of my life without ever having to work again. And so that number or that amount of income or whatever will be different for everybody. There is no one size fits all in anything, in finances, in anything. And so in this video, I'm going to kind of be explaining how I got my number. I'm not going to give you my exact numbers, but I'm going to give you an example of how I know whether or not somebody is financially free or how I define financial freedom. I'm making this video because I got a great question. Somebody asked me, like, how did you come up with the numbers of financial freedom, knowing what number to hit, how much income you need per month, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to make a very quick video. If you're new to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you would stay tuned till the end, because I really think everybody should explore this financial freedom goal and target, especially people in the trucking industry, considering we make such good money. We do. We make very good money, but it's what you do with that money that really matters. And I'm going to be explaining that in this video. So again, make sure you stay tuned, especially if you're new. Like the video, sub to the channel. If you aren't new, again, like the video. It helps the channel out when you do like the video. Also follow me on Instagram. The link to that is in the description below. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to try to make it as quick and simple as possible. So in my opinion, financial freedom is, can I fund my lifestyle? Can I pay all my bills? And can I pay for all the luxuries too? Not just basic necessities, but luxuries too, like going on a vacation, saving up to buy a car, yada, yada, yada. Can I live the life I truly want to live with the passive income my assets produce, okay? And so where I come up with that number is basically the 4% rule. What is the 4% rule? Well, the 4% rule says that I can withdraw 4% of my nest egg, live off of 4% of my overall nest egg, my assets, and pay all my bills and also not eat into the principal of my assets. So for example, let's say I have $1 million in assets. I have $1 million and I withdraw 4% a year. That would be $40,000 a year. If I can pay all of my bills with $40,000, all of my bills with that, I am by definition, or by my definition, financially free. So the first thing you got to do to figure out what your financial freedom target is figure out how much income do you need per month, and then multiply that by 12 so you get a yearly figure, and then divide that number by 4%. If you divide that number by 4%, it'll give you the lump sum that you need invested to withdraw 4% per year to live on, and you will have financial freedom. You will be able to pay all your bills, you will be able to fund your lifestyle, and you won't have to eat in to the principal of your investment. That is the goal. Why? Why do I say that? Well, because the stock market on average, which is what I invest in a broadly diversified index fund, well, 2 of them. I invest 75% of my money into the total US stock market index, and I prefer, I'm not really supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't really care. I like Vanguard funds. I buy Vanguard's total US stock market index fund. I put 75% of my money into that. When I buy an index fund, I own a piece of every publicly traded company in the United States. I also put 25% of my money into international companies, an international index, a Vanguard Total International Stock Market Index Fund. So I like to own the whole world. and I own those companies held at market cap weights. If you don't know what that is, I'm not going to get into that in this video. Just look up what is market cap weighting, and you can look that up and learn about that. I am also going to recommend a book at the end of this video that I would suggest anybody read. Anybody who wants to create financial freedom, you absolutely have to read this book. I also got asked by a subscriber, hey, what are some books you recommend? I'm going to recommend one. And this book changed my life. It'll change your life, especially if you want to, again, build financial freedom. So that's what I buy. I buy broadly diversified index funds. I like to own a piece of the global economy, and I invest 50% of my income into those index funds. And so, and to all the people that think, oh, well, if we have an economic collapse, your stocks are going to go to zero, yada, yada, yada. You should buy gold, you should buy silver, you should buy oil. Look, if the economy collapses, no asset's going to matter. Real estate's going to go to zero, stocks are going to go to zero, gold and silver and all that, that's not going to do you any good. What's going to do you good in an economic collapse is water, non-perishable foods, guns, ammo. That's what's going to do that for you. You're going to need that in that scenario. And so to all you, predicting the end of the world, really, honestly, quit commenting on my channel, to be honest with you, because this channel is not about the end of the world. Go watch channels that talk about the end of the world all the time. I don't understand why y'all are constantly coming on here predicting doom and gloom, the end of the American economy, the end of the global economy. It's really just tiring at this point. So I just want to get that out of the way. I don't know what my videos, like how my videos attract those type of people. It's really weird. But just understand what stocks are. Stocks are a piece of a business. That's all it is. And when you buy an index fund, you're owning a piece of every publicly traded company in the United States, okay? And so you own real assets, real companies that they have real products, real services, they earn real revenue, real profits. They're companies that we know about. You look around you, you're looking at publicly traded companies. Some of you watching this video are actually working for a publicly traded company. I used to work for Heartland Express. They're a publicly traded company. Well, I worked for Millis, but Millis was bought out by Heartland, which is a publicly traded company. If you work for Swift, Knight Transportation, that's a publicly traded company. UPS, FedEx, those are all publicly traded companies. JB Hunt. So do you really believe that those companies are going to zero? They're going to crash and burn and it's going to end. If you believe that, we have way bigger problems than investing. So I just want to get that out of the way. So that's what I do. Financial freedom, again, can I live off of 4% of my nest egg? And again, the 4% rule is I can withdraw 4% and I'm not dipping into the principal of my investment. Why do I know that the 4% rule works? There's a lot of studies on this. Some people say it doesn't work. Some people say that's too little that you're withdrawing. Some people say that's too much that you're withdrawing. To me, I'm aiming to do more of like a 2 to 3% rule, but 4% is just fine. Why? Because over the long run, the S&P 500, which is the broadest index, that pretty much represents the entire stock market, the US stock market, it has averaged since inception, it's averaged a 10% rate of return, compounded 10% rate of return over the long run. Now, again, understand, stocks go up and down every single year. They could be up 30% one year, down 15% one year, up 25, down 45, but over the long run, it has averaged 10% per year. So it doesn't go up 10% every year. It also doesn't go down 5%, there's no exact number with it. That is the long-term historical average, okay? And so anyway, I just want to explain that because a lot of people don't understand the stock market. As long as you understand that when you're investing in stocks, like if you have a 401k at your company, you're investing in real companies. Whether you know it or not, when you buy stock, you own real companies. You own real assets. You do. It's no different than buying real estate. It's no different than owning your own business. You own a piece of businesses, okay? So I just want to get that out of the way. But what you do, again, is add up all of your expenses, figure out what you need per month. How do you know what your financial freedom target is? Add up your income that you need per month and then multiply that by 12 and then divide it by 4. That'll give you your lump sum. Why 4? Again, The long-term historical average of the S&P 500, the total stock market, has been about 10% per year. So 4% is your withdrawal rate. So you take 4% off of that 10% gain. And also you got to factor in inflation. You don't want to lose your purchasing power. You don't want your nest egg to lose its purchasing power to inflation. And on average, now recently we've had a huge surge of inflation, but that's pretty much a fluke thing. I don't think we're going to continue to have the high inflation that we've had over the last few years. And so I think eventually inflation is going to come back down to its historical average over the last 40 years, which has been roughly like 3%, 3.5%, 4%. So again, that 10% gain, you withdraw 4, that leaves 6% left to grow. So 4% of that is to keep up with inflation, and 2% of that is for actual growth. You still want your money to grow when you go to withdraw it. You don't want to eat into the principal. That is the concept of the 4% rule. As long as I withdraw 4% or less or whatever, and I can live my life with that, I will not go broke over the long run. I will not go broke. So that's pretty much how I've done that, guys. And I'm trying to make as much sense as possible with this, but I suggest reading the book, The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. This is my favorite book on investing, by far. To me, the best personal finance and investing book that's out there. The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. Everybody needs to read that book. If you're interested in creating financial freedom, if you're interested in learning what I'm all about and what I've been talking about, read that book and you'll understand exactly what I've been talking about, especially if you've been listening to me for a very long time. So anyway, that's how I came up with my number. I figured out how much income I need per month to live the life I want to live. Now, I want a higher income than a lot of people may need. I do, because I want to do big things with my life. I want to invest in other ventures besides, being in trucking. I want to do other things. There's a lot of big things I want to do. So figure out how much income you need for financial freedom. If I made X amount per month, I could quit working. If I made X amount per month passively, I could quit working forever and be just fine. So that may be $5,000 a month, $6,000 a month, $8,000 a month, $10,000 a month, whatever it is. Get that monthly number, multiply it by 12, and then divide it by 4. And then also, again, like I said, read that book by J.L. Collins, and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. So I really appreciate each and every one of my subscribers, as always. I appreciate all the new people that have clicked on this video and watched it till the very end. God bless. Thank you for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for more videos like this in the future, and peace out.